What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel, and today I've got a Star Wars Battlefront 2 video, but not a gameplay video. Today I'm going to be suggesting 5 characters that I think could be added to the game if EA ever decided to update this game again. Sadly, this is all purely hypothetical and isn't going to probably happen, but you know, it'd be fun to look at some characters anyway. The way this is going to work is I'll suggest the character, and then I'll suggest their weapon, any potential skins they could come with, and then their abilities. Now, obviously, the abilities are activated by different buttons, depending on what console you play on, whether that's PC, Xbox, or PS. So, to make matters simple, I'm going to be referring to as the left ability, the middle ability, and the right ability. I'm sure you can figure out how they relate to your console/PC. So, I'm also going to put, maybe, some voice lines on screen. I'm not going to read them out because I couldn't consistently think of ones for each character. There's 4 light side, 1 dark side, so look out for a part 2 where I'll be doing more emphasis on dark side. Now let's kick right into it with the very first one. Mace Windu. I don't know why he isn't in the game. He should have been in right from the start. He's in from the very first film. There's more irrelevant characters like Bosk, so I don't know why he's not in. So obviously his weapon would be his lightsaber, obviously the purple one that he's famous for having. Some skins, I thought, well, there wasn't much choice with Mace Windu, so I just thought you could give him a cloaked variant and an uncloaked variant. For his left ability, I was thinking he could have a Luke Skywalker style ground slam where he knocks his opponents to the ground because he's in touch with the Force, and I feel that would fit his character quite strongly. His middle ability would be an ability similar to Dooku's ability where he uses the quicker, more damaging lightsaber, because Mace Windu's fighting style is he taps into the dark side, so you'd activate this ability. It wouldn't change his lightsaber or anything, but he'd start attacking quicker and dealing more damage, maybe 1.5, 2 times as much damage per hit, and it would drain the opponent's stamina a little more. The right ability would be he receives 50% less damage for himself, but his teammates deal 50% more damage, so it'd be a kind of squad effect one within a certain radius. Okay, moving on to the second light side hero, Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka, obviously one of the most favourite characters, famous from the Clone Wars, Rebels, and now the Mandalorian, so she could be a good addition. Her weapon, now this is where it gets a bit more my idea of her. I was thinking give her a single lightsaber. I know she's famous for using the dual lightsabers. If you give her a single lightsaber, and give her the option to change the colour, so she could have the famous white ones, or her green one from the Clone Wars. And then, for her skins, you could have a Clone Wars variant, a Rebels variant, and a Mandalorian variant. Now, for her left ability, just a simple force pull. For her middle ability, now this is where the second lightsaber comes into play. For her middle ability, she gains the second lightsaber for, say, a set amount of time that could be upgraded with star cards. And while she has both lightsabers, she hits with both lightsabers and does 2 times the damage. And now for her right ability, because she's quite acrobatic, I was thinking you could have like a jump, but a jump with double lightsabers. That's kind of like Grievous's one, where she locks on and jumps, a bit like Frenzy as well, and hits him with both lightsabers, dealing, obviously, increased damage. Now, moving on to the first dark side character, I think this is fairly obvious. You may disagree with me putting him in the dark side, but Mandalorian. Now, at the end of the day, you've got to remember he is a bounty hunter. So, and since the other bounty hunters fall into the dark side category, I think we need to put him on the dark side. For his weapon, I'd want to style him as kind of a long-range villain, giving him his sniper, which would also be his melee. When you come up close, he'd melee with that for the melee button, but I've given him another melee option. You'll see when I get to the abilities. For his skins, I was thinking you could have his pre-pure Beskar armour when he's still in his bounty hunter form, and for a second skin he could have his full shiny pure Beskar armour. Now for his left ability, we'll give him, similar to Phasma's staff, his Beskar spear. I think that could be a good extra melee option. For his middle ability, now I had a few ideas with this one and I didn't settle on one, so I'm just going to suggest them all. Either some kind of heal option, since obviously he's not a lightsaber character, he'll probably receive a bit more damage, or his jetpack, or I think they're called the Whistling Birds. It's a gadget he gets attached to his arm in one of the seasons of The Mandalorian, And basically, he locks on certain targets and it fires them all at it. He could have, say, up to 5 at a time. It'd be more better for stuff like Galactica Assault, not necessarily Heroes vs. Villains and Hero Showdown, but it'd be a nice option. And then for his right ability, the wire grappling hook kind of thing he has, where he shoots it to like one of his, like an opponent, and then it drags them forward. And then he'd finish it up when they drag, like he punches them and deals, say, like 100 damage. So yeah, that would be my take on how they could add the Mandalorian in. Now, the third light side character and the fourth one I've suggested would be Captain Rex. I don't see why we didn't get like a Commander Cody or a Captain Rex, some kind of, high up clone hero, because they play a big part in Star Wars, both in the films and in the TV series. So I say Captain Rex is my favourite. Put him in with his weapon being the dual blasters. Outfits, you could have a Phase 1 variant with a helmet, a Phase 1 variant without a helmet, Phase 2 variant with a helmet, and you get the idea, a Phase 2 variant without a helmet. For his left ability, a flash grenade that basically, blinds his opponents within an area. Not himself, though. Not himself. And then to couple that, I'll jump to his right ability, some kind of thermal / tracking thing. So he goes into thermal, but can also send people through walls, like a small outline. And for his middle ability, give him a damage / health boost for you and your squad. So, similar to like how Yoda does his whole squad heal thing, but also he gets a damage boost. The squad doesn't, but he gets a damage boost. Moving on to the last suggestion I have, and once again a light side character, would be R2-D2. When you think droid and Star Wars, you immediately think of R2-D2. You don't think BB-8 and BB-9E. So, I think R2-D2, loved character, it'd be good to be in the game. You may think, well, he's pretty defenseless, what could he do? Well, if you're watching the actual films in the Clone Wars, he takes out plenty of droids and stuff. I mean, what can BB-8 do at the end of the day? If BB-8 can be in the game, why can't R2-D2? For his main weapon, he'd have like just an electronic zap, similar to BB-8 and BB-9E. For his outfits, you could really just have his standard look. If you wanted to, you could also chuck in a battle damaged variant, a bit like General Grievous. For his left ability, similar to what he does in the films and the Clone Wars, disperse a patch of oil out, maybe in like a circular area around him, and he quickly sets it on fire, dealing damage to anybody in the radius of the fire. For his middle ability, I'd say give him like a squad heal, except he receives the full amount of the heal, and then his teammates receive 50% of what he heals. And for his right ability, jet boosters, so that he could use it to get away, but also if he jet boosted into somebody, deals more damage. About, say, 100 damage-ish, kind of. So, that was my suggestion for 5 heroes that could come to the game. I'll do a part 2 where I focus more on dark side. If you like this kind of video, leave a like. Please subscribe if you're new. We're trying to grow the channel. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.